Okay, so to catch you up, the car is fixed. I know I need new tires for it, so we haven't really been going around. We did have some interesting stuff happen on the 3rd of July and the 4th of July. It's currently the 5th of July. So let's catch you up on what happened on the 3rd of July right now.
So we're going to start out with some pictures and video that Mom took of the storm that was brewing up on the 3rd of July. Now just past the trees is where the river is, and on the other side of the river, not too far from where we're at, is the park where the 4th of July festivities were going to be held. So, I mean, you could pretty much tell that's how it was looking on the 3rd, so there was a little bit of concern there. Up next, you're going to hear a little bit of the storm. You're going to hear a little bit of Mom and Tommy as they were on the back deck porch thing, looking at the storm and listening to the storm and feeling the breeze because it had been very, very warm, so a nice breeze was actually feeling good after a long couple of days. But yeah, so here's that.
I had a hitch.
New. So a couple hours later, Mom gets a text and a call from another vendor. This was his tent and ours was next to it. And we ended up going, and Mom got this video because the storm had absolutely destroyed her tent. You could see it coming up here. It was crazy how it was still staked into the ground and weighed down. It just shifted, and everything in the actual tent part, the blue tarp that you're there seeing is the table and some other stuff, but the tent itself was just destroyed, all bent up and everything, and it was crazy. We had to, move it to try to get the tent back set up for the actual 4th, which would be happening in just a few hours because this was late at night.
Okay, so that's what happened on the 3rd. And then on the 4th, we were working. I was working with Mom. It was, she was painting faces and whatnot. And during the day, it was so busy that I couldn't necessarily get up and go filming around the festival like I wanted to. That was the original plan, was to do that. But man plans, God laughs. We know that. So I didn't get to do that. But then another storm hit. So, things ended up, whatever. But then, of course, it's just all rain. And because we had to pack up everything quickly, I didn't get any of that. But when I got home, I realized all the sunburn. You might see my face has a little bit of color, my hands, parts of my arms. And I will now show you the little bit of my legs, embarrassingly, that got sun.
So because of the way that I was sitting, as well as where my socks were, I got these really awkward bits of sunburn on my legs. You could see the mark I got on my chest from where my shirt was. I got a little bit of sunburn on my head, as well as you could see the very obvious tan line on my arm there, right above the elbow. So, yeah.
So yeah, that's been hurting. I put a little bit of like a aftercare lotion thing on that. Um, and so yeah, that's where we're at now. Whatever you're gonna see next is the next adventures out in the car now that it's mostly back to normal. So stay tuned.
When I was a kid, I wanted to learn to play the guitar so badly.
Hi, my name is Ryan Kratz, and while I may not be your voice of choice, I am a voice. I just wrote a song and I would appreciate it if you checked it out. It's called Joke. It's live on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Android, laptop, Walkmans, Discmans, iPods, anywhere where you listen to music, pretty much. I should have rehearsed this.
I'm pretty sure that life's a joke. I'm pretty sure that life's a joke.
So in another instance of man plans, God laughs, it has not stopped raining basically since Friday. The power went out in Ryan's section of town. The power went out in Ryan's section of town, and it was out for several hours. I told you about the fact that power and rain and everything went out at the park for us for 4th of July. Pretty much rain and whatever all day yesterday, and now it is Monday, the 6th. Still raining and whatever. Now here's the thing, I did not go to get my tires. I'm not going to get my tires today as long as it continues to be like this. Only because, I don't know if you all know the extent of it, my tires are more bald than I am and have been for the better part of probably a year. Probably since before I started this channel, before I went bald. I'm pretty sure they were there at that point. So much so that this past winter, while I was out doing DoorDash, we ran into a very big problem. Ruth, my mother, we actually covered that on an episode of my podcast that I believe as of this is still has yet to come out. But we covered a very dangerous situation we got in because of the tires. Now, because of that, because of financial whatever, and the fact that the car wasn't running, hasn't been the greatest opportunity to go get them. The opportunity, money, everything else is available, but when it's like this, I don't want to risk when there's flooding in pretty much any direction it would take for me to get to the place. I don't necessarily want to risk not getting there or not getting there safely or whatever. I would rather wait, let the car sit here for another day or so and wait for those tires, or wait for the rain to stop. So in the meantime, the plan for today is to work on some other creative stuff. Try to record a podcast later tonight, again, as long as the power doesn't go out or whatever, but try to record some other stuff that'll be coming soon. But yes, so that is why as of now you saw me talk about the 4th of July, you saw the sunburns and whatnot, but that's why it is Monday and you're not seeing me getting the tires, because of this rain. So we'll see what comes next.
Unfortunately, what came next was this. About a day and a half, 2 days of depression, not wanting to get out of bed, just laying here. And I hate it. I absolutely hate that this is how I felt. I thought I would be more motivated. I thought things would be better with the car being, back up and running technically, but this is the reality of a couple days.
And we'll talk to you next time. Hey everybody, did you know that in addition to doing these videos, I also do podcasts? That's right, I am your voice of choice on the Clock Shelves Entertainment Podcast Network. Available from Clock Shelves Entertainment. Of course, it's the way that I produce all of my stuff. We do all sorts of podcasts. I have a show called Paul and All, where I talk with my friends and family from all over the world about anything and everything. I do a show called Buffyverse and Converse, where we're going through the entirety of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as well as spin-offs, comic books, all sorts of other stuff, some canon, some not, just to give you a full idea of the Buffyverse at large. We have done Wrestling Renegades, where we talk professional wrestling. We've also done Lost with Friends, where I've gone over every single episode of my favorite show, Lost with Friends, from all over the world have contributed to that show, as well as MCU and me, going through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the various pockets, if you will, including the films, the TV series, the then Netflix series, and more. We're going to get back to that one soon, I promise. But we do all of that via Clock Shelves Entertainment Podcast Network. You can check out in the description the links below. In the description below, the links for that. We're uploading the back catalog to YouTube right now. We have the shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. There's other places. And of course, if it's not on your favorite podcasting platform, let us know so we can make sure to get it there so you can enjoy all things Clock Shelves Entertainment. Crafting stories endlessly. All right, so hopefully you'll be able to see, but when I say that my tires are more bald than I am, not pretty much no tread on them. So, for an interesting story about this, make sure to check out Paul and All. There's an episode with Ruth, my mother, and I, as we talked about consequence of that this past winter. That episode is coming soon as of this video going out.
After we dropped the car off to get the tires changed, we went over to Sheets, got to see some people get trespassed and kicked out. That was interesting. After we were done eating, we went back over to wait. Mom got this picture of me. And then...
here's the new tires. They look so much better. All right, so when I was getting ready to pay for my tires, they were like, hey, there is a couple other things that are, not great with the car. Definitely need to get those checked out. And I was like, okay, can you give me a price? So he gave me a price rundown, a little bit more than what I have right now. But the tires are fixed. New tires, tires are on. The car is running. And so as early as tomorrow, Mom already has an adventure for us to go on. So I'm sure you'll see that in the next video. Thank you for sticking with me through these few, hey, my car is not so great things and fixing my car and all the stuff. So we'll see you next time. Like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcasts and other stuff in the links below. See you later.